All right, so we have Freebird here, and you see the harmonies: G chord, D chord, E chord, 1, 5, 6. All of a sudden, we get to this F chord here. Now, how does that work, right? It actually works very well, doesn't it, right? Right. So that's a problem with key signatures, right? And how did they pick this chord? Why did they pick that chord? Well, first you have to understand that key signatures in music theory and sheet music don't depict music as it's played by true musicians, right? Freebird, this song was written in the 70s. It's coming off of a lot of blues influence. And in fact, this entire song is just nothing but a blues riff. It's a big vamp on a big blues riff. Where are we at? That part at the end. Right? That's really all this tune is. It's just a big blues in G minor, right? And to notice that this song is so iconic, it works so well. Why does it work so well? Because, well, there was no music theory around back then to mess people up. G to D chord to E minor. And look how close F is to that. Right? G. A works because it's so close. E works because it's so close. Now, why would F not belong to this? Look, you're literally moving across half steps. Half step, half step, whole step. It works because, it's so close to one another, right? We have this, we're in the key of G apparently, right? And we have an F sharp. Well, we have G, we get an F sharp. Well, F is right next to G. It's a lot closer to that, right? And when we're in the key of G, a G, the F sharp is, basically a seventh above the G, or, a half step below. Okay. This F here, right? It's just a whole step below, right? And all of these chords here, they go together because a key signature, you have to understand, a key signature is it's basically it's an oxymoron. Essentially, a key signature is something that was created by music theorists to approximate notes, just like major and minor. There's more than major and minor. There's a lot of variations on it. There's more than that, right? The circle of fifths, right? Like, what the heck is that? A circle of fifths made up of, all these notes. We have a piano with 12 notes in an octave made of 5 and 7 divisions. It's because this half step right here, it's because, and it could be that, the creators of Freebird, they didn't understand how to make that next chord, right? They wanted another triad, right? But that doesn't sound right. They're not going to go. All right. Now, although F sharp was in there, F's right next to it. Right, but what you have to understand that these chords here were not written, these were written after the rest of the song was written, right? So basically the song is it's just a G minor blues. That's all it is. It's just a G minor blues, right? Right, we're sitting on G minor. Right? When that solo comes in, that iconic solo, right? Right after this weird chord progression. B flat to C major. Alright, that's how they wrote that. They wrote that in the key of G minor. What does the piece start in? It starts in G major. Alright. And then why do we get that F major? Because, well, it's not F major, it's really F, it's F altered blues. Alright. That F minor comes because, you know, the vocal line never sings in F sharp. It always sings in F minor. Never sings a B flat either. The B flat we get from the original key written by the vamp at the end. This is an afterthought written to essentially put it on the radio, make it into a concert song. But right here we get, right? And again, that's on this F major chord. Right? You know, you basically you can write you got your G major pentatonic, and you get your F sharp. Right? Also, you know, one thing's, you know, they teach you parallel fifths are bad. Why are parallel fifths bad? Parallel fifths are not bad. Parallel fifths are basically stacked fifths. So we have a G chord, then we have D chord, stacking the fifths with the ninth. All right. Then we have that E minor chord, stacking it with the ninth, the F sharp. And then look, if we want to come back to the F chord, F, down a fourth, down a fourth, and then down a fourth, down a fourth, down a fourth, up a fourth, up a fifth, down a fifth. So if you stack that, oops, instead of going up a fifth, just go down a fourth. Same note, right? That's our G chord. Now we go to our D chord. D, A, B. Go to our E chord. E, B, F sharp. Now that F chord comes next. Look how smooth it is. And the C chord. Now to the D chord, up a fifth, down a fifth. That B flat, right? That B flat there. So now if we take that B flat and use it in the introduction of the chord of the song, D, or G chord, D chord, to our E minor chord. And now take that B flat, and look, it leads to the F chord. Right, so Freebird, these chords, you have to understand music theory is an oxymoron. Why is there no like magician theory or sport theory, athlete theory, business theory? See, music theory is something that comes along after music, and it's great. It analyzes it. It's amazing. But again, we got 12 notes in an octave, and we have alternating 5 notes with 7 notes. You know, other cultures they have different. The Indians, they have ragas. They have something more than major and minor. Major and minor is not a solid thing. A key signature is not a solid thing. Okay, back in the day when the piano was invented, yeah, they had these alternating notes because there's a difference between F sharp and G flat. Now there's not. Now you have this thing called music theory, and it's taught, and it's bogus. I mean, it's not bogus, but it's just, you know, why did they write that F major chord? If you're going by theory and how to write things, you should not write that. That should not be in there. But all great tunes, Giant Steps, Stella by Starlight, they all have these weird chords that are in there, and they go completely against music theory. But why? But why? I mean, that again, we have that E minor chord. Look how close that F major chord is to it. A half step, and a whole step. How does that not fit in there? It does fit in there. But, you know, if you're wanting to do it correctly, you'd probably go something like that. But it wouldn't work, you know. So yeah, so Freebird, check it out. I have a few videos coming to me doing some improvisation.